Hello and welcome. I'm Craig Harrington, and today's topic is nationalization. There's a looming threat of nationalization on the horizon in the United States, particularly concerning the banking industry. The financials in general have been battered over the past year. Stock prices are down more than 50% almost across the board, in some places down as far as 90%. Entire companies have seen their assets liquidated. The government has stepped in the form of bailouts to try to stabilize the situation, but it keeps getting worse. And there's a possibility that the banks will not be able to survive. The United States Treasury Department and Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner are currently performing stress tests on the U.S. banking institutions to see which of them are suitable for federal funding. But there is a distinct possibility that they may find no major banks are suitable for federal funding. What happens then? What happens if the United States banking industry cannot pass its own test? What happens if there is no fallback option? The stock markets have been battered for over a year, and they will continue to tumble until some project is put in place to restore consumer confidence and get people investing in the markets. But the investment sector, the investment portfolios, are not the biggest issue. We can see more people return to the market, we can see people flee from the market, but the investment game is more of a gamble than anything else. The real problem facing the banking industry is outstanding loan obligations. The four major banks in the United States, Citigroup, Bank of America, JP Chase, and Wells Fargo, have approximately $3.6 trillion in outstanding loan obligations. When they lent this money, they did so under the assumption that the people they were lending to would pay that money back. They owe people just as their borrowers owe them. And if someone stops paying, the entire system falls apart. If one individual defaults, that particular individual is in trouble, but the sector as a whole can continue. If an entire group of individuals start to default on loans, then we have a real problem. We've seen foreclosures increase, mortgage defaults go up, student loan payments go into default, personal and business loans go into default, and most importantly, credit card debt is skyrocketing, and the default rate in that sector is higher than any other. All of these combined can make a crisis the likes of which has never been seen. And if this is the case, if this comes to pass, that is when we will see nationalization in the banking industry. When the United States government was forced to step in a few months ago, it did so on a case-by-case basis. When it steps in again, if it does so, it may have to do so for the entire sector. We may see forced mergers of the major companies. Bank of America may merge with JP Chase, Wells Fargo may merge with Citigroup, and these major conglomerates would then be taken over by the government. This is not unprecedented. The government has already taken over Citigroup, AIG, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac in the past months. It could do so with any number of institutions in the future. The problem with nationalization is that it does not address the underlying instability in our economy. The economy is tumbling because the American people don't make enough money, don't have enough jobs, don't have enough wealth-producing assets. This economy has been gutted over the past several decades, and it will continue to get worse unless we address the problem. We need to create homegrown industries and homegrown jobs so that Americans have money and so that we can use that money to recreate and rebuild our own economy. Until we do so, the government is just borrowing money from overseas in order to fund its bailout and buyout projects. When the government used borrowed money to take over an industry, it doesn't really take it over. Its creditors take over that industry. And in this case, those creditors come from overseas. This is not a solution. It could, in fact, just make the problem worse. We need a better solution. We need a solution that starts from the ground up. On behalf of concerned citizens, I'm Craig Harrington with EconomyInCrisis.org News.
Wake up, America! Open up your eyes! Wake up, America! Wake up!
Produced by EconomyInCrisis.org.